This video highlights how important initial contact, shelter accommodations, and tailored support groups are for victims of domestic abuse in later life.
When I had the restraining order put on, and they felt that that's as far as they had to go. The people in the organization said, well, she looks strong. She doesn't look like she needs any follow-up on this. Little did they know, I was falling apart. And they did, thank God, refer me to Human Options. Had they not, I don't know where I would be today. Because I give the impression of, oh, well, everything will just fall off my back, And it's not true. So, I don't know where I would have gone if they hadn't directed me to Human Options. Not directed me. I changed that statement. Human Options had to call me because I probably would not have called them.
If we can call the home, we ask for a face-to-face visit so we can get the understanding of the story. Sometimes we meet at hospitals. Sometimes the doctor will have the client to call. We may meet at hospital if the person is at home, and if safe, we meet in the home. If not, we find a way maybe to take them to coffee. Sometimes we meet at the court hearing, wherever we can meet them safely. After we have the one-on-one, we usually ask the client, how can we help you? What is it you would like to do? We do not give advice. This is what you need to do.
Joanne, you went into the shelter.
Oh yes, it made such a difference in my life. I was such a basket case when I first went there. Probably the first few days are a little on the blank side, because I wasn't sleeping very well. If you recall, I'd sleep for maybe an hour or two, and I'd wake up having nightmares. I felt like he was coming through the walls at me. And I was given the bottom bunk bed, and I felt like I was kind of safe because I'd sleep with my back up against the wall on the bottom bunk bed so that no one could get to the back of me and surprise me that way.
The bathroom was set up so that it could serve women in wheelchairs and with disabilities, access to the shower, the lower toilet, the space near the sink, so that if a woman was indeed disabled and needed wheelchair accessibility, we would have that available. So this area recognizes that women over 50, tragically, need shelter. And there are not many shelters in the country that have created a specific area that is designed to serve and meet the special needs of this population. Often the women who stay here and need the shelter, bed, and the food and the lodging are here longer than our 30 days, which is pretty traditional for our younger women and children.
I look forward very much to going to group because they've been there, and there's such a difference when you've been there than when somebody talks about it. We just do have a closeness like sisters. And we know when we go home, if you're feeling really bad and on the verge of tears, you can call somebody. And they don't give you a lot of sugar-coated stuff. They listen to you and they know where you're coming from. And sometimes just having them listen to you.
I didn't know if it was going to help me or if I was going to be able to help someone else. I just sort of came in blank.
And now?
Oh, I feel like I'm not pigeonholed into a certain mold or anything like that. I'm not somebody's wife, I'm not somebody's mother or grandmother or classmate or whatever. I'm just me. I can be just completely me.
The group helped me gain my self-esteem back. I walked proud, my head up. And it made me feel that I'm strong. Felt like I could take on a lion if I had to.
When I went through all of this, I felt so alone. And when I come into the group, I find I've got people, I'm not alone anymore. And I think that was a big, you feel nobody's listening to you, nobody cares, nobody understands. And all of a sudden I find this group that we do. We do care. So that's how I found a big difference, a huge difference. I felt alone. I'm not alone anymore. Sure.